Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I'm here today inshallah to talk about the issue of the niqab. We see how today that the issue of the niqab has become something which is hitting all the headlines. You know, everybody's talking about this issue. It's a burning issue in today's ummah. You know, how whether they should be either they should ban the niqab or they should allow it. And we see that everybody is coming out to have their 2 cents worth. You know, whether it be a kuffar, whether it be women who does not cover, whether it be men. But yet we never hear the voice of the Muslimah who actually wears the niqab. So today inshallah I'm going to address this issue. And we see how, you know, my dear brothers and sisters, that today we're living in a time where trying to practice the deen of Islam has become very difficult for us. The Messenger ﷺ said that there will come a time where holding on to the deen of Islam will be like holding on to hot coals. And verily we find ourselves in these times. We find practicing Islam is like holding on to these hot coals. We find that Islam is continuously under attack, whether this attack is via physical means, whether it is verbal. And we saw how the first of these attacks began with our beloved Messenger ﷺ, when the Quraysh referred to him as Majnoon. They referred to him as a liar, as a magician, as a fanatic. And today we hear the same calls and we hear the same taunts. We hear them referring to us as fanatics, as extremists, as terrorists, because we refuse to conform to their way of life. We refuse to dress in the manner in which they dress. We refuse to speak the way in which they speak. We see that these attacks grow ever more blatant, especially since the attacks of 9/11 and 7/7. We see how the kuffar, they gathered together and they have become even more brave in their attacks against the believers. We saw recently how they came out and they attacked our beloved Messenger ﷺ by drawing derogative cartoons against him. We see how they attacked our beloved mother Aisha radiallahu anha by fabricating lies against her. My dear Muslims, they dare to attack the Muslimah by attacking the niqab. They dare to attack the honor of the Muslimah. The niqab is a symbol of Islam. It is a symbol of the honor of the Muslimah. It is the izzah of the Muslimah. Regardless of whether one believes it to be fard or an issue of mubah, it is still the honor of the Muslimah. And when we look to our Islamic past, that when the kuffar king, the crusader king, dared to attack the honor and the izzah of one Muslimah, how the Khalif of the time, how Mutassim, he rose the entire Muslim army in order to defend and protect the honor of this woman. Yet today, we see hundreds and countless Muslims being constantly under attack. Who will answer their call? Where are the Mutassims of today? Where are the Salahuddin Ayyubis of today? Where are the lions of Ain Jalut, the 17-year-old who took a battalion in order to defend the honor of one old lady? Today, my brothers, I sit here before you and I call to you and I beseech you and I ask, who will respond to my call? This attack against the niqab is not just an attack against a few mere sisters who wear the niqab, but rather this attack is an attack against all of the believing women. This attack is an attack against your wives. It's an attack against your mothers. It's an attack against your sisters. So what will you respond? What will you say on Yawm al-Qiyamah when we stand before you and we say, what did you do? Last week we saw how the Italian government, they fined a sister for covering her face in public. Yeah, and we also hear how France, they're jumping on the bandwagon by introducing a new fine in order to fine the husbands of the wives who cover their faces. In more recent times we hear how Belgium is actually trying to ban the niqab. We see how the nations of the disbelievers, they come together, they bond together in order to attack Islam and the Muslims. Yet my dear brothers and sisters, is it not time that we the Muslims united together in order to speak against this oppression? Is it not time that we set aside our differences of opinions and came out and spoke out publicly against this oppression, this dhulm against your sisters? Alhamdulillah that there are actually some sincere brothers in the ummah, in Belgium, in Brussels, who have actually heard the call of their sisters and they've organized a demonstration in order to protest and speak against this dhulm and this oppression. And to the ummah, I advise you to go out and to support these brothers, to stand by them in order to speak against this oppression against your sisters. For verily on the Yawm al-Qiyamah, you will be accountable for what you did in order to protect the honor of the Muslims.